Hello, it's about just about 2:30 in the afternoon. I decided to take the morning off and spend it with Becca and the kids. We actually went to a hiking trail called the Portage Trail that's just outside of Barrie. Beautiful, long, old railroad trail that has since been, the old railroad tracks have been ripped up and it's been converted into a beautiful hiking trail. So we went and did that for a couple of hours this morning, and then here I am. I thought I'd spend a few hours today. My thought is that I would finish taping and mudding, so all the stuff that needs to be done with the new drywall that's in place, the corners and everything like that. But the first thing that I did, because we had a really good storm last night, as you know, we got a lot of rain coming down. I wanted to check what kind of condition the water issue in the corner here by the emergency exit, see what kind of status we have there. So I regret that I got a little bit of bad news in that our new drywall, see, here's the corner, and the drywall here is getting moist. So I'm trying to figure out how is that possible, and it seems like I'm not too sure. I need an expert opinion on that, but it is pretty wet down here. So I thought it was coming in through the corner here, and Robert has done a fantastic job of filling all the leaks and stuff, but I'm wondering if it's actually getting in through the crack between the door and the door jamb. So I'm going to see if I can get some kind of weather stripping to try to prevent that, because it does look like a lot of water is getting in that way. That's where most of the moisture is, and then of course that trails to right here. How it's gotten up onto the drywall though, that seems to tell me that it's kind of up in here. It's not up here. It's dry up here, so it's not seemingly coming down the inside of the wall, from what I can tell anyways. This is perfectly dry. And you can see that the moisture shows through at the bottom here. So it's almost like it's climbed up the wall a little bit. Maybe it was so much. Really, really hard for me to tell. But that's definitely a problem. So I'm thinking weather stripping is going to be the next step. It's not, it's just one of those things we've got to get that solved, obviously. Don't see any other issues as far as moisture goes. Windows look good. Window frames are dry as anything. Like the sill here is beautiful. Beyond that, okay, so I've got to do, I try not to get sidetracked. One of the temptations that I have is to stop everything that I had planned and say, okay, well, we've got this water thing to deal with. Let's deal with that today. Go out to the hardware store, buy the weather stripping, do that. But you know what? That's just going to set me back. What I'm going to do instead, because we're not expecting rain over the next couple of days, it's actually going to be sunny and dry, beautiful next couple days. I'm going to do what I plan to do. Get the taping done, get the second coat of mud on everywhere else, get the first coat of mud on where we've added new drywall here. And then next time I'm at the hardware store, which is, seemingly every couple days, I'm going to stop and I'm going to get some weather stripping then. That shouldn't be too hard to install. I don't think it's probably an adhesive. So that way I can continue on with the plans for today without getting the setback of having to stop everything that we were doing and start over. So that's where I'm at. Just got here, going to be here for a couple hours, maybe 3, and not sure if anyone else is coming, but certainly I'm going to get through a lot of this. Let's see how I do, eh? Hey folks, look who's arrived. It's Andy Christie from Safe Homes Canada. Woo! And inspect the uninspected TV.
And category 5.
What do you got, man?
We're going to run the moisture meter.
Hey, this is your first time being here since you were here the first time to tell us about the moisture.
It smells differently. Last time it smelled, kind of moldy and wet. Now it smells dry, and there's good energy here because you people have been spreading good energy.
A lot of love.
In the space. Lots of love. Let's run the moisture meter. We have it set for drywall.
Okay. Which is what we're hoping for.
Did we talk about the fact that the outside, the building envelope has been sealed? You probably have spoken
We've
about
mentioned
that
it, yeah. I haven't been able to get Robert on camera yet to talk about it, but we've kind of taken a look at all the work that he's done. And
so all the... I just interrupted you. I apologize.
No.
All the open joints at the building envelope, windows, doors, etc.,
Yeah.
have been sealed, excluding perhaps 1 or 2 joints at the door, which we will address. So anything under 20 on this relative humidity meter is dry. This is reading 12 right now. That reading was 12. That's a dry wall assembly.
Okay. What was it before again? Do you remember?
It would have been about 56. 100 would be super saturated.
Okay. You're getting the same reading all the way along? Now this was the really bad window.
Dry, dry, dry.
Good, good.
May I move this?
Yeah. Now if you that's a fresh piece of drywall. I want you to test it. There's no way there's any moisture in that. What number do you get from a fresh piece?
10.
10. So my walls are basically as dry as an actual piece of drywall.
That's pretty dry.
Yeah.
Usually, so your average home with poured concrete foundation walls and no evidence of water entry is a 12 to 13.
Great.
So you don't see 10 very often, but it's gypsum. Pretty dry stuff. So dry, dry, dry. Great job, Robbie. Great job. You sealed the building envelope.
Good, good. And it's looking good, eh? It's getting exciting.
I think that's my shoe ring.
Could be Maxwell.
It's all dry. Congratulations.
Victory is ours! All right, so thank you, man, for coming and testing that. I was just taking down putting these tiles that Hillary has painted, separating them into 2 different piles. This one is good to go up. These ones here need another coat.
Good stuff. So this wall assembly here, even though we think we're getting a little water through the door here,
Yeah.
this wall assembly is not significantly wet at this time. So it's all about just doing what we need to do there to stop the
It's
water.
literally just coming in around the door.
After the
most likely.
Hazel storm that we had yesterday.
Yeah,
so-
that was mad.
Who is Hazel? I had an Aunt Hazel. Good. A dry workspace for category 5. Let the excellence continue. I don't speak your technological computer language, but I try to learn. We just look at buildings. They're so simple,
Yeah.
you know.
It's funny, eh? Like,
Water, gravity.
and here I am learning your stuff.
Cementitious materials,
Yeah,
Yada, yada.
which I've learned all about.
building envelope, water control.
I'm going to say
Okay.
building envelope. All right, thanks, Andy.
No worries.
Back to it.
What else? That's it?
That's it. All right, it's time for me to head home. I've got to actually cook a pot roast tonight, so looking forward to being home in time to make a nice dinner. Got a lot done, I think. There's our corner bead all set and mudded. I got to do the sanding and stuff. Now over here, I've mudded as well in the corner. You can see the corner bead is no longer visible. And I got to come back and sand. I also did a quick coat just to once over the mud that was already there anywhere that really, really needed it. And that's looking pretty good. So there we go. Not bad for one day, and it was nice to see Andy Christie pop in and be able to talk to him briefly, and reassuring to know that the walls that we put up are in fact dry. And that's a really good feeling, as a matter of fact, especially with the huge rain that we had. So we're just going to take care of the weather stripping around the door and hope that that's going to settle the little bit of water that's still coming in around the emergency exit. So, well, that's it. That's all the time that I have for today. It's Sunday afternoon, going home, going to make a nice dinner and have a nice time with my wife and kids. I thank you for coming along with me today. Don't forget to check out cat5.tv/studio, see what we're up to and why I'm going to all this crazy work. It's going to be good. So take care. Have a great night. cat5.tv/studio. I'll see you there, and see ya. Bye-bye.